We are live.
Hello everyone, this is our Good Friday installment of the meet and greet, and this is English Humor, who we call Chappie. There he is, he's more interested in my foot. Chappie as in Charlie Chaplin. I'm trying to do a little bit of play on words to give a shout out to their registered names. And he got a haircut because he was shedding out his winter coat really slowly and not in the most attractive way. And when they're in work and they have a heavy coat, it's hard to dry them off in time. In Kentucky here, we'll have hot days and really cold days. Currently I'm in a sweater again, so we've had a cold snap. And so when we clip them, they're sometimes able to moderate their body temperature better, and then we assure that if they get sweaty in work, that they'll be able to cool off and not stay damp in a way that could make them vulnerable to sickness. So that's why we do that, and we make sure that they're well blanketed when it gets cold, so they're happy campers. But back to Chappie. I'm going to actually turn this over to Allie for a second. She's going to tell you a little bit about his basic details.
So Chappie is a 2016 gelding. He is by English Channel. He is right now being turned out with another gelding. He has raced 6 times, so not as much mileage as some of the other guys here, but still enough to have some of the basic understandings of being under saddle. I personally have not ridden him. Leandra has, and a few other girls have gotten on him before under saddle. But in terms of being on the ground, he's always very pleasant to be around, very level-headed. He's also very sweet, too. He loves to get attention in his stall. So he's a nice one to kind of play around with, and a familiar face that you know he will always be happy to see you as well. He came to us with no known injuries, which has been fun to work with him to really see what he can do. Like I said, having that a little bit of mileage on the track, he's been a lot of fun just to kind of figure him out since he's been here and see what he can do.
All right, perfect. And today we're going to show you a little bit of him under saddle, and we've set up the pole and have Julie there on standby to do more exercises. But first, English Channel, or not English Channel, that's his dad's name, English Humor, is available for adoption right now. So if you go to our website, horseadoption.com, and look under horses, he looks a little bit different with a haircut now, but his name is English Humor, and he is ready to find his new home. One of the things we've been working with him on is engaging his hind end and getting him to have a little bit better self-carriage. You can already see in the videos on his profile he's made some progress, but he actually kind of went overboard with carrying his head up really high, and then he was trying to figure it out and can go a little bit too far back and overflex. So I'll show you a little bit of what he does and how we handle that, and then we'll play around with him a little bit. So enough talking, I'll show you some action.
And if anyone has any questions, put them in the message portion or comment section under the video, and we'll be sure to answer them.
So I always want to give them the opportunity to stretch down as much as they want. So you'll notice I don't really carry my rein very tightly. Actually, some of the fussing in his mouth is good because we want him to loosen up and salivate. So now we have some natural relaxation where he is not trying to be behind the vertical, lifting. And then he'll come back down. Here we go. Good boy. Any questions so far?
What kind of rider is he best suited for?
He would do best with an advanced intermediate rider. He's not really hard per se. He's very straightforward, but he does need somebody who can guide him through these steps, help him have better self-carriage. So somebody who's confident and a little more advanced. Good boy. And when he wants to stretch, I give him plenty of range to do that. If he gets a little bit heavy into my hand, I'm going to add leg and try to use that sort of rear wheel engine and get that to get some power going forward. Now we'll try to keep things interesting. Just switching things up on him so he doesn't start going into autopilot. Another great tool, I'll try to come a little bit closer. If you have a horse who's leaning heavy and then trying to evade the bit either above the bit, turning their head up, or behind the bit, going behind the vertical and tucking too much, using transitions and asking them to back up are really, really great tools. But make sure that you don't get into an argument with them, because especially the babies, if they get confused, they'll try to find a way out, and sometimes that might mean going up or going back because they're just trying to figure it out. So just really gently, with as little pressure as you possibly can, you ask them to come back, and if that's all they need, then perfect. And if you need a little bit more, you just slowly apply more while you close your leg. There, so you want to use as little as possible. Don't start with a big ask, because then you won't have that when they get used to that.
Will he have any limitations for a future career, and what do you think he would be best suited for?
He has no known injuries, so no reason to think that he would be physically limited, but mentally I think he could go a lot of different directions just depending on the rider who he's with. Because if you just wanted to do trail rides with him, and that was what all his person wanted to do, he'd be happy to do that. He's very brave. He likes to look at things and check them out, but he's like the poles, we had changed them, they weren't there before, and he just stepped over them, just wanted to smell it first. But then he could go on and do higher level things if you wanted to, and we're patient in working with him, because he has a little bit of a nervous energy, like when he's fussing with his mouth, or he's very trustworthy when he's with a confident person and could excel really quickly. But I think he could be overfaced because he's not a really assertive character. He doesn't have a huge ego, so he needs a little confidence boosting. We could see him really easily in the hunter ring, a dressage prospect, you know, one of a million different things he could do.
One more question. How is he on trails, and can he hack out alone?
We haven't tried him out alone yet. We've ridden him around the barn by himself, and obviously big open ring, and he can't see any of his buddies, and he's not really concerned about where they are. So there's definitely the prospect for it. We haven't done it yet, but I think that he would be a great trail horse. So certainly something that he could do.
I think we're good.
All right, well, if nobody has any other questions, this is English Humor. He is adoptable. You can check out his profile on our website, horseadoption.com. Go to the horses tab, and he's right there. You can see his pictures, and if you go to the videos tab, you can see the videos we have so far. We'll be posting this up there, but then keep an eye out. If we have progress videos, we'll put them there as they become available. So feel free to continue to ask questions in the comments box, even if you're not getting us live, and we'll get to them as we can. But stay tuned tomorrow. We'll have another meet and greet for you at noon.